most dangerous words as you're approaching retirement? I think they are just a couple more years. And just a couple more years. Why is that phrase so dangerous? Well, I think one of the reasons is, and probably the biggest reason, is because if you're close to 60 years old, you likely only have 1,000 weeks or less of healthy, active time in front of you. And that's not a lot, right? Oftentimes I'll hear somebody say, I just want to work 2 more years. I want to save up a little bit more money. This will let us buy that second home, or let us do this other activity. And, it's your money, it's your life. You absolutely should spend it how you want. But I want to make sure that you make the trade-off, understanding what the costs are. And if you work 2 more years and you're 60 years old, but otherwise you could afford to retire, that's 10% of your healthy, active years. And it's also your healthiest and the years you can be the most active. So that's a big trade-off, and I think thinking of it that way is powerful. Now, at some point we all have to transition. We've been saving for a long time, we've been working for a long time, and we have to transition into really saying, our most valuable assets, it used to be 4 things, right? Our most valuable assets, have always been our time, our health, our relationships, and then our money, right? And each of us order those in different ways. But I think as we get older, the priority of the money aspect of it goes down quite a bit. Even if you don't think you have enough to retire, if you haven't done a plan yet, oftentimes people do have enough money to retire, but they just don't know it. They don't have the clarity. So I say, it's not that you don't have enough money, it's that maybe you don't have a plan. And there could be some help in getting a plan. And I encourage you to consider working with a fee-only financial advisor. Do a Google search, find one near you. But it's super valuable because you want to have clarity both on, what the trade-off is if you keep working just a few more years. And you also want to know, how much can I spend every year? Because if you don't have, it's called the sustainable withdrawal rate. If you don't know what your sustainable withdrawal rate is, and let me back up, a sustainable withdrawal rate is how much money you can spend every year with your accounts that you have and have a very high likelihood of never running out of money, right? So people ask me the question all the time, how much money do I need in order to retire? And basically financial advisors go through and do a sustainable withdrawal rate determination. They might use other tools like Monte Carlos and stuff like that, just for statistics and probabilities, which are important. They're good tools. But ultimately what you want to know is about how much money you can spend, because you don't want to sacrifice unnecessarily, right? If you could be spending $70,000 a year, but you don't know that, and you're only spending $50,000 a year, that's a big trade-off. So that's the trade-offs regarding time and money. The third item I want to talk about is the trade-off regarding health. As we get older, obviously all of our health is getting more fragile, and if we don't realize how much stress that we're under at work just because we've been working so long. And hopefully you can take time and work out and do what you can to stay healthy. And most people say, even if you just get in 30 minutes a day, 3, 4, 5 times a week, that's going to do a lot to help out. But if you find that, if work is the reason that you can't get that done, boy, you really want to think, you don't want to let your health go. That would be a huge sacrifice to keep working. So just keep this in mind. So again, time, health, in relationships, and as you have more time in retirement, you'll be able to invest in some of those relationships, probably spend more time, if you want, with your adult children, your grandkids, doing things like that. So I hope this video has been helpful. If it has been, please give me a like. It really does help the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked about this video or a topic you'd like to see in the future. And until next time, I'm Azul, encouraging you to live your life to the fullest. And remember, you're only young once. Use this time wisely.